Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
And we're back. Welcome to And in His Corner. My name is Bill, and I'm ready to fight.
And my name is Barry, and I'm ready to fight.
All right, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on.
All right, welcome to And in This Corner, where we settle the score once and for all on who's the best. That includes best music, best shows, best movies, best anything. And this week, what are we talking about, Bill?
We're talking about the verses that just happened on Sunday. Big Daddy Kane versus Boogie Down Productions' finest.
Hot off the press.
Yes, sir. So, KRS-One.
I know. So when we first heard this, I know there was some silhouettes that came out. A lot of people guessed it right off rip. This was like, I hope they do it like that going forward. Test some people's music knowledge. I know with this one, I think it was a good thing for New York. Some people argue that it's regional. So definitely, yeah, let's get into it. I mean, with me and you both being from Florida, we'll see what we thought about the music. So without any further ado, what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna go round by round, list the names of the song. You tell me who won. I'll tell you who I think won. And if we have a disagreement, we'll battle it out. When we agree, we'll just kind of like pass out a couple of trivia or fun facts about that round and just keep it moving. So to decide who goes first, you want to flip a coin? You could call it this time. You could flip it and call it.
All right, I'm gonna call tails. Tails in the bed. Tails. Hey Siri. Flip a coin. Flip a coin.
Heads.
All right, cool. So that means I'll go first. I'll go first. All right. So what we'll do, Bill, you just list off the names of the songs, and then I'll tell you what we had.
All right. So we're gonna start with round one. Actually, you know what, Barry? Let me before I hit round one, let me say something. I'm happy they did it. They did it in Brooklyn. They did it in New York. So it was definitely a battle for the ages. It was definitely a battle for true hip hop fans. It was a battle for people who like lyrics. They like that raw, gritty New York rap. So you had that on the side of KRS-One, but you also had, you had a rapper's rapper in Big Daddy Kane. Yep. But we'll talk. We'll go for. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bear.
No, I say that for both of them. I feel like depending on what type of rapper you like, they were influenced by one of these two guys.
Yeah.
So, and the thing that I like, these guys were old, and I'm always a sucker for showmanship. So the fact that they were able to kind of like keep the crowd hype without any barely any hype men, that hype man effect, that speaks volumes.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get into it. Round one, we got KRS-One, Criminal Minded, versus Big Daddy Kane, Just Rhyming with Biz.
And we both got KRS-One, Criminal Minded for both. So we agree.
Nothing there.
He came out swinging. And I mean, anytime you got the RIP element, shout out to Biz, you kind of become a little bit mixed emotions, but I just felt like Criminal Minded,
he swung his bat. It's basically, he set the tone to let everybody know I'm not here to play around with you. This is what it's going to be.
Yep.
All right, so we got KRS-One. Let's go ahead and jump to round two.
Yep.
I'm still number one. KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane, Enough Respect remix.
And if you ever seen Juice, it's hard for you not to pick Enough Respect. So I mean, I picked it solely off. So you'll notice with some of my picks, I'm a sucker for soundtracks. So I picked Enough Respect. So
I remember I remember in Juice where it was played at. Yep. So man, that's quality. Yeah. Number three, round three, we got MCs Act Like They Don't Know, KRS-One, and Big Daddy Kane dropped Young, Gifted, and Black. Young, Gifted, and Black, excuse me.
We both got a tie for this one, and depending on your preference, I mean, I felt like this was kind of like, this was polarizing in the comment section to where the same amount of people that was rocking with KRS-One was rocking with Big Daddy Kane. So it was nice to see that they had an equal fan base show up. So
yeah. And you got, Bronx, Brooklyn, So both are gonna represent what they like. But I think also when we're talking about this kind of music, it's just great music.
Yep.
So
yeah, a lot of this, I mean, some of this is like even me, like I was before this started, I was like, I don't really rock with their catalogs like that. Yeah. But if you've watched BT growing up, or if you listen to like all these radio stations, or even if you listen to rap, period. A lot of these songs have been sampled. A lot of these, and you hear this. I'm like, oh, I know this song. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, I know this. Okay, I heard this before. So yeah. Next up,
we got round 4. We got the MC, and we got Out of Here by KRS-One. So he went twice, 2 songs against Big Daddy Kane's rap summary. Lean on
number one. Yeah, number one, whenever you pick 2 songs, it's like cheating, and it's hard to lose. But then also, Lean on Me is another one. Anytime you pick a movie, if it's a soundtrack, I feel glued to it. We both got a tie, by the way. And this one could have went either way for me, but I'm like, it's a tie. It's a toss-up for me.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. Another thing about that, let me ask you this question.
Yep.
Let's just say they play 2 songs, right? And let's say one of the songs that they play, it's not a good song. But the first song they play is a really good song against another really good song. Do we take away points for them playing?
I don't take away points. I only award them. So it's like, honestly, if you play a bad song, it disappears. That's just me. It disappears. Yeah. But if you're going up against, I think some songs are unbeatable, and you're going to see that play out here, to where if you play an unbeatable song against an unbeatable song, that extra song, if it's bad, that's one thing. But if it's a good song, I'm like,
it has to be the right.
This may give you a slight edge to bump you up to a win.
Yeah.
That may come into. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't come into play later.
No, it doesn't. No, I'm looking at it. Yeah. All right, so we got round 5. That was round 4. We're on round 5. KRS-One, Jack of Spades. Shout out to Jack Slate.
Yeah. Versus
versus.
I'll explain. Yeah. So all right. So
shout out to Jack.
And Jack. So I got Barry, and this is so funny. I put Barry has Jack, and I was talking about Jack as in Jack Slade. So Barry has KRS-One. Bill has Big Daddy Kane. I'll explain. So hey, we gonna have to fight. I'll go first.
But the fun, okay, go ahead.
Hey, just hey.
Oh wait. You already know what happens, because
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be giving you too much extra. Yeah.
Don't take my time. Tell me when you're ready.
Fight.
All right, strictly because it was on the soundtrack. It's Big Daddy Kane's song didn't chart. That's one. But when we think of that song, we think of that fast rapping that he does, like Jay-Z's early version. So it's iconic. I get it. But this is a personal preference for me. But because Jack of Spades is tied to a classic movie, that means more people have seen that movie and they've heard this song than heard the Big Daddy Kane thing. So if we're in a battle, it's like he picked the more familiar song. Cool. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Ding, ding.
All right. You have to also remember sometimes a song that's on a soundtrack, it might not necessarily carry over to the radio side. So it may be a soundtrack song, but it may not be a big song. I think Set It Off is just a bigger song. I think it's more likable to more people. But for me, like you said, it does have that rapid flow that he has, and he raps. And that man is a rapper, so I think he performed it well.
That's nice. Ding, 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 ding. Time's up. All right, you made some of my points. When I'm saying back then, you got to remember, rap didn't get a lot of radio play, which is it's crazy thinking about it now.
Yeah.
But I was surprised to find out this song didn't chart, but that's only because the way the charts were set up back then, and you couldn't play rap on the radio. So to your point, both of these songs are technically not big being rap songs, but I'm saying with one being tied to a soundtrack. Now, anytime you had a soundtrack tied to a major motion picture, it was going to move a little bit more units than the other. So, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be mad at anyone. I said this is a personal preference for me.
Personal.
But
honestly, what you put in your notes though?
What did I put in my notes? Would you like me to share? I said this is what I put in my notes. I said I'm picking KRS-One, but Big Daddy Kane won this round. So yeah, I already know Big Daddy Kane won this round.
I just wanted to mess with you, bro.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mess with you.
All right, now you're right. All right, so
man, hey, listen, wait. A audience, please don't kill us with our these are just personal choices. Yeah. Don't kill us. Honestly, I know y'all gonna kill us, but don't kill us too bad.
I feel like similar to the comment section during the verses, it's gonna be the same with us. It's gonna be basically.
I hope so.
It's gonna be you're gonna have the fanatics for Big Daddy Kane and the fanatics for KRS-One.
Yeah.
To me, I like when you see old school people celebrate it like this because it does.
Yeah, man. It's all celebration.
And everything was all done in friendly banter. You saw them going back and forth, and I'm like, all right, them dudes really having fun out here. So
absolutely. All right, so we go jump to round 6. We got My Philosophy. KRS-One, great song, versus Mortal Kombat, Big Daddy Kane, great song.
Yep. All right, so my bad, I'm over here stalling. So
yeah,
6,
you're stalling, bro.
All right, so 6. You have Big Daddy Kane. I have a tie. So I'll go first.
1 second. All right.
I'm not gonna need all my time for this. This is I've heard Philosophy more. But I just didn't hear both of these songs enough. So it's a draw. So it's simply based off of ignorance. So the music video for KRS-One showed up more on BET. Like back in the day when they used to have those New Year's notarized countdowns. So technically, if you want to be real, that song is the one I'm more familiar with. But I was like, when I heard Big Daddy Kane play his, I'm like, yeah, but that one actually goes harder. It's just that, let me be fair.
Stop, ding.
Yeah. So I kind of fought for you if you heard correctly. I said basically it's like my preference is negotiable, but I'll let you go. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Ring the bell. Ding, ding. It's on you. Fight.
All right. So again, both are this is going to be a preference round. My preference is to Mortal Kombat. Look it up. It's off of Big Daddy Kane's. It's a Big Daddy Thing album. It's also produced by Big Daddy Kane. So again, sonically, they're both are from that era, but I'm leaning more towards Mortal Kombat for what I personally like. Again, guys, this is just what our own opinion. So am I taking away?
Go ahead. Finish your
point. I was just gonna say I'm not taking away from we're really not taking away from the others songs. Just at this point, we're kind of going into like what we prefer more, which one we more so like to hear, and also doing some of the performances. I was able to hear and understand Big Daddy Kane a little more than I was able to understand KRS-One, and I think that's just his. That's his grit. That's his hype. He was hype. He just wanted to rap, you know.
And he's always been like that. He's smooth. Like he's just
Big Daddy Kane, he was smooth. So he's able to these guys are old, man. Yeah, they're showing the young again.
You saw him. I don't know which round it was, but what song? It might be the next round. Where is it? I think it's either it's actually it's the next round where he needed help getting over the fence. And it was funny to watch. It was like, you can't move like you used to. Yeah. But it was nice to see him try. Yeah. So, all right, I basically.
Yeah. To
recap, personal preference round, like I put a tie, and then Bill, you had Big Daddy Kane.
Yes, sir.
And that was round 7.
Round 6.
There we go.
Round 6. So round 7, we got KRS-One, Superhole, and Jimmy against Big Daddy Kane's I Get the Job Done.
Hey man, we both got Big Daddy Kane. And I actually found out about this song by mistake because I used to try, when I used to look up, this when LimeWire used to be big, I used to try to put I Go to Work by Kumo D on my iPod, and for some reason Big Daddy Kane kept showing up. I guess they share one word maybe working job, but for some reason this kept showing up instead. I was like, all right, I'm not trying to look for this song. And I just fell in love with the song by mistake.
I go to work.
So,
Great song by Kool Moe Dee.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, man. But I'm saying I use Kool Moe Dee and I get the job done. This workout music for me in college.
Yeah.
So
I'm
just like, hey man. So I would be remiss if I didn't say announce my affinity for that track, and it's a big track. So it's probably, it's probably it's one of his iconic.
Yeah, it's one of his iconic songs. So all right, round 8, we got Part-Time Suckers. Part-Time Suckers. KRS-One against Big Daddy Kane. Pimpin' Ain't Easy featuring Nice and Smooth.
And then you have KRS-One.
I got KRS-One on that. Yeah.
I have Big Daddy Kane, so we're gonna fight.
Yeah, we go fight on this one.
All right, let me explain myself.
Oh, let me get the time ready.
You ready? Tell me when you're ready.
Yes, fight.
All right, so it's just strictly off of. I think whenever you bring guests out, right? Nice and smooth, right? Those guys have aged a little bit. I think you get cool points for that. And I feel like Part-Time Suckers and Pimpin' Ain't Easy are a little bit close, but the fact that you get a little bit more points for showmanship to where he bought them dudes out, and for a second, they looked like they didn't want to leave. So off of that, it was funny because they called out, they said, hey,
all right, stop. Right. Corner. Yeah.
Right,
they didn't want to leave. Hey, last time they've been on the stage like that.
Yeah, and that's what Capri said, and it was like, it was funny because they was already booking stuff. They was booking themselves. You gonna see us on the next verses? I said, I'm pretty sure they didn't say that, but it was just kind of funny to me, and it was cool to see them, or whatever. So So I went Big Daddy Kane. Now you're about to explain yourself with KRS-One. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, ding ding.
Again, this is just a preference round. Part-Time Suckers. I know it was on his by all means necessary album. KRS-One, and it had that boom bap boom bap that that cadence, that just that funky cadence, probably like made on the 808, like just that drum machine. Also, it has, I did like, because it had a sample of the Part-Time Lovers by Stevie Wonder in it. So if you got a sample by Stevie Wonder, that Part-Time Lover, I got, if I got a balance, okay.
Yeah, I felt, I peeped, that's like, I know you're a big R&B fan. We both love Stevie Wonder. And I'm like, all right, you got to mention that. If you didn't, I was going to mention it here. But to me, I wouldn't care who, I'm not going to argue with anyone that picks KRS-One or Big Daddy Kane. In my case, I went with Big Daddy Kane, and I gave him cool points for bringing out guests. That was it. Yeah. I think that was, and he got cool points because that was the first guest of the night, if I remember correctly. But it's not the last guest. No, so we're gonna get So
first but not last.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first but not last.
9.
We're on number 9. We got another 2 song. We got Black Cop, Take It Easy, featuring Mad Lion by KRS-One, and you got Raw by Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, so on this one, Bill, so you have a tie, and I have Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
And I'm all right, so you before you start my time, because this don't got nothing to do with me defending myself, but remember, I'm contradicting myself now because he played 2 songs, and then he's going up against Raw, and I'm still kind of like giving the point to Big Daddy Kane. So
and whoa. And not only the 2 songs, he brought somebody out.
Yeah. So I'm contradicting myself a little bit. You
got a double.
It might come back to bite me in the butt. Yeah, my bad. All right, so ready?
Let's go.
All right, so similar to Set It Off, Raw is one of the records that you think of, like when you start remembering, oh, that's that fast cadence that Big Daddy Kane uses. So it's iconic in that right? So then also, if we bringing up samples, shout out to Get on the Good Foot, the James Brown. But more importantly, 3 years later, LL Cool J used it for Mama Said Knock You Out. So, and he was citing this song, not necessarily the James Brown song. So the beat, specifically for the beat and the flow. All right, so I got Big Daddy Kane. You ready to talk about what you?
Yep.
All right, ding ding. Right.
Again, they're both the tie to me, like you said. Raw is just that flow, that rapid flow. We're rapping. He's again showing what kind of lyricist he is. However, when I listen to Black Cop, man, Black Cop had again it's KRS-One, and you brought out Mad Lion, bro. Hey, so that's why. So I don't have a loser, not a loser, but I just don't have a loser in this round. Both were great. You know, this was a great round. So for me, I got a tie.
Yeah. And honestly, yeah, even hearing you saying it, I could have went with a tie on this one, very close. But I think for me, it was specifically because of that beat. The same way you felt about Stevie Wonder, that's how I feel about James Brown. That's why I like Teddy Riley so much, because he samples James Brown so much. So yeah, I went with the production, but I don't know. He don't get points for the production, and I'm not mad whichever way you go for this one. So
yeah, and I know on Black Cop, KRS-One actually produced that one. So
yeah.
The boys were producing and they were doing a lot.
That's unfortunate. You should have brought that up in your 30 seconds. So we taking that out. We stripping that off the record. All right.
They go mention that down in my 2 cents. So
they're gonna mention more stuff just because it is a lot.
They probably gonna cuss us out left and right, up and down. But it's all good.
I feel like this battle was mainly love, and a lot of people are gonna regurgitate that. So yeah. All right. So we moving on to round 10.
Round 10, we had basically a freestyle by KRS-One versus a freestyle by Big Daddy Kane. Hey, man. Listen, this is kind of like a throwaway.
Yeah, and honestly, it's melee in the ring right now. We're not even going to do our 30 seconds. We're just going to talk. So the ref over here signaling, go back to your corners. We're not listening. So, yeah, I like the fact that they did this. For me, I'm not awarding the winner. I'm just saying tie because I just appreciate it for the art. It's like the fact that you chose to freestyle. I'm not giving you the points because it's not a record, but it's like, okay, I like to see it, right? And if we're being real, I do like Big Daddy Kane's freestyle a little bit more. He said, when you stop bleeding, this is the only thing I didn't hear him correctly. I think he said, when you stop bleeding, that's when my menopause. So menopause or whatever. So I think he said something like that. But I was like, okay,
menopause.
Just spitting. So both of them words. So I like to see it. So it looked like Jada. When we look back, the Locks versus Dipset is going to be that first versus where they incorporated the freestyles into it, and this one just took it to the next level to where they had a couple of rounds dedicated to freestyles
and freestyles that they. Just to go back to that Jada or Dipset freestyle, those are freestyles that they just rapped again. Yeah, these boys were actually rapping. Like, yep. Big Daddy Kane rapping that fast. Like, how you rapping this fast flow? You just boom, 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 and then man, these boys are. This is what I'm telling y'all. Anybody out there that is watching Verzuz and you want to step on that stage, please come correct.
Yeah.
We've seen Earth, Wind, and Fire, Isley Brothers. You guys are performing.
Yep.
We're seeing Ja Rule and Fat Joe. We're seeing these older guys.
It's only a matter of time before they start doing tours. Because the one thing that I appreciated, if you looked at the crowd, it was a little bit older than you remember from some of these other crowds. So I like the fact that every Verzuz is catering to a different audience. To where I'm like, oh wow, like this really looked like the same vibe that Essence Festival be on, to where it gives their fan base, it feeds the fan base. To where I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Like it's a packed house.
Mm-hmm. Well, think about it. This is strictly for those people who came around that late 80s, early 90s. That's that rap. That's that New York rap, that mid 87, 88. That's that rap. When Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight went, that's that soul music from their era. When even when Bow Wow and Soulja Boy went, that was from the 2000s. That's that.
And I'm
Scream
thinking
tour, millennial. Yeah. That's that crowd. So
this one of the first time. Well, you could have said that with the Isley Brothers, but I rock hard with R&B, but Earth, Wind and Fire heavy, right? And then so I was like, this one of the first times where it's like, hey man, I don't really know most of this catalog. I might feel out of place, but the cool thing is it's gonna be something you take from the verses where you're entertained. For me, I always appreciated Big Daddy Kane's music videos because it just that heavy D vibe, right? Where it's just hype dancing and stuff. And although he's older, they still found a way to entertain me. So I'm like, okay, dude's lyrics are actually, I can hear them very well. And I'm understanding what he said in this song when I didn't understand it years ago. That's what's up. They
are showing you how much they love music. They love performing. They love music. And this is just showing you. This is showing you. So let's go ahead and jump down to round 11. We have Represent the Real Hip Hop featuring Das Effects by KRS-One. And Big Daddy Kane spit another freestyle. And he followed that up with Smooth Operator.
And it's Big Daddy Kane. I was ready to give it to KRS-One until the song he played after that freestyle. And I'm like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So yeah, we both got Big Daddy Kane on that one. I think most people would agree, but who knows? Enlighten me in the comment section.
And shout out to Das Effects too, man. They want effects. And Mike Chucker, but man,
that boy no.
Mike Chucker, man. Remix right Chucker, man. Whatever. But whatever. Whatever. But if you are in a fraternity or sorority, you know what we're talking about.
And the funny thing is, well, depending, because some regions play different songs.
Yeah, some regions do.
In our region, that's the Alphas, the Mike Checker, that's
the Alpha song. That's their So again, we're gonna jump down to number 12. We got Step Into a World, KRS-One versus Wrath of Kane. Big Daddy Kane.
All right. So just let me make sure I'm reading this right. You have we both got KRS-One. I saw both, and I'm like,
boy, that was spitting,
boy. All right, cool. Yeah.
That was
Step into a world. Like
the crowd erupted.
Yeah, when you hear that part of the song, you've heard that song before or a different iteration of it. It's a big record.
The crowd went nuts. Yeah. I love seeing like Busta Rhymes and Fat Joe in the crowd, and I love seeing them guys, and they went crazy when this song
came. Funny, this is like all the OG rappers, these are their OG rappers, so it's that was weird.
Yeah.
That was funny watching that. But and then Kane followed it up with Wrath of Kane, but it's like, come on, KRS-One got that.
Yes, sir.
Next up,
we got round 13. South Bronx, South. Yes, sir. South Bronx. KRS-One versus Ain't No Half Stepping, Big Daddy Kane.
Can't beat it. You can only tie it, and we both
tied
agree.
Up, baby.
It's a tie. Yeah. So great. These are both iconic records, and they're regardless of what round they play it in, you can't beat it. You can only tie it.
Yeah, and that's when South Bronx.
Great matchup.
I believe that's the when they were going back and forth with MC Shan and his crew. So that's when he dropped that South Bronx.
And they brought up a line about this too in one of the freestyles. I think it passed already, where he was like, Big Daddy Kane brought it up, but yeah, that was one
Big Daddy Kane. He said, "Man, you can thank me." I was like, "Whoa, whoa, okay."
Yeah, KRS-One had a nice laugh though.
That's okay.
Love it. They kept it up.
He had a good laugh off of that one. 14, we got Sound of the Police. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, sir. KRS-One versus Platinum Plus, Big L song.
Yeah, and it's
RIP Big L, but that's going.
Whoop, whoop. I mean, that's the one that I feel like that may be in everybody who knows his catalog. I feel like most people would put that into his top 3 most iconic songs or whatever. Most people are going to have it in their top 3.
Yeah. If not top 3, definitely top 5. That's one of his most recognizable songs.
For sure. It's the fact that I'm going off of recognition. That's like, if you don't know who KRS-One is, if I say that, you've heard it before.
Yeah.
So, and then
definitely.
15, what happened?
15, we got Poetry, Love's Gonna Get You.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember, man, Love's Gonna Get You. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane dropped another freestyle.
The freestyle, but for this one, I'm gonna go with one that hit him with a double haymaker. So
Yeah,
that would go to KRS-One. We both had KRS-One on that one.
Yeah. All right, number 16, KRS-One drops his freestyle. And Big Daddy Kane drops a freestyle, and he jumps right into another victory.
Yeah, and we both had Big Daddy Kane
on that one. Yeah. Shout out to them boys, because they actually started rapping on some instrumentals that's more recent. So they're telling you, man, y'all better start playing with these guys, man. These guys are rappers, lyricists.
Yeah,
teachers.
They was in the gym. They was in the gym with their DJs, man. They had it queued up.
Man, you seen the I can't remember which round it was around, but
I don't remember either when the DJs.
Well, before that, when they brought out the break dancers.
Yeah.
You had Big Daddy Kane brought out Crazy Legs, which is funny because Fat Joe talked about that. Crazy Legs and his crew are actually from the Bronx. So it was like, bro, what you doing? And he said nobody knew. Yeah, nobody knew. So that was pretty crazy. That was actually really dope, though, man.
It was a history lesson. So that's why I said it's a lot of. That's why I said in the comment section, what I'm looking for is just history lessons, stuff that we missed, to where, hey, y'all may have missed this. This was a shout out to that, or this was in reference to that. So
yeah.
Now, all right. So what round was that?
That was round 16. No. So we 16, about to jump to
we both had Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah. So
and I heard 17. Go ahead and list it.
Round 17.
Yeah.
The bridge is over.
Soon as he played Bridge is Over, I'm like, okay, you can't beat it. You can't
beat it, bro. But
then he played
Big Daddy Kane right back with the symphony.
I believe that's me. Get on the mic for this. So I heard,
and he brought them boys out.
Yes. So the thing was, I remember when BET started doing those notarized countdowns. Method Man, EPMD, and I forgot who was the other one. Rap Man. They had Symphony 2000, and I was like, "What is Symphony 2000? What is there another symphony?" So I never heard the old one until like that same year. BET did the top 100 countdown on New Year's Eve, where it's like the top old school records. And then I saw this video with like some cowboys, and I'm like, and I heard the same cadence. I'm like, and the lyrics, get on the mic for the symphony. I'm like, oh, this is where they got it from. So this always been my jam. Yeah. So it was awesome that he matched up perfectly with this round, where it was like, oh, you gonna play that? I got something waiting for you. So that's what's
and not so we both had that, a tie, by the way.
Yeah.
It was on, I think Snoop Dogg did it as well. He did it with some of them boys off of he did it from when he was on No Limit. They did it.
Yeah,
they did it.
We missing some because a lot of people pay homage to this record. So I'm not. Yeah, and the fact that he bought them all out. Yeah. So.
18. We got KRS hit us with another freestyle, and then Big Daddy Kane warm it up, Kane.
Warm it up, Kane. We both got Big Daddy Kane.
We both got Big Daddy Kane on that one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised he put that one. Well, technically he put it last because we both got Big Daddy Kane. What happened next? The next one.
Round 19 was a throwaway because KRS he kind of just started rapping, and he rapped. 9mm goes bang. So he just rapped from there. So
one thing about New York,
did he rap self-destruction in that? I can't.
You put
self-destruction.
It's self-destruction, headed for self-destruction. So
if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard that, but I was having a little internet issues towards the end, but.
But even with that, the amount of songs he picked in 19, he could have easily bled the number 20. It's funny how people from New York don't ever be accurate with their count. They need somebody, a time manager going forward, because I feel like they stealing music from us. But I'm still overall, I'm at a point now. If it's on Verzuz, I'm watching it. Like even
I'm watching it. Yeah, definitely watching.
I'm to a point where it's like the product that they putting out. It's respectable, good content. Like, so I felt this was one where I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I was gonna drag my feet on this one because I'm like, I just don't know enough of their catalog. And I felt like, okay, definitely after I watched it, it got me, searching title for a couple songs to where I'm like, ain't heard this in a minute, and let me hear this again or whatever. Let me hear this with some my headphones on. So definitely I'm to the point where I wasn't watching 100% of Versus routinely when it first came out, but they got me there now. I'm just going to trust the product.
Yeah. And I guess for me, I typically watch them all.
You do. I'll give you that.
I typically watch them all. There are a few, I think it's a couple. The early ones, I didn't watch when they first dropped them, but I did go back and watch them later. And I'm going to go back and watch a few, some more again, just to stay abreast of everything. But again, shout out to KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane, man, because without these two guys, a lot of rappers who came after them would not be who they are.
Yeah, or they wouldn't be. Like, I feel like a lot of them adopted some of their styles and made it their own, obviously. Yeah. And I feel like because of that, people heard rappers and like, oh, this remind me of so-and-so. This remind me of so-and-so. So definitely, man, it was cool watching people I grew up on fanning out in the crowd. That was awesome. And actually, I'm gonna switch pace a little bit, Bill, and just fan out myself. And just our last video prior to this one was our most successful video so far on the channel.
Yes.
So we would be remiss if we didn't thank y'all. Just continuing to share the content and communicate. Like, I felt like everybody gave their 2 cents. Like,
everybody.
Yeah, and it was all love. Like, everybody, I'm talking about, especially when it comes to beefs with New York rappers, that's sometimes the most violent it get when it come to war with words. I don't even talk to New York fans about sports, let alone rap, because sometimes they get aggressively protect their artists. But it was all love in the comment section. People were like, nah, this person gonna smoke them. And they were like, nah, this person gonna smoke them. And it was all love. So, but every time you comment, you're showing support. Every time you share, you're showing support. Every time you watch, you're showing support. And the fact that you guys keep doing that, I understand that it's not, it's a luxury. It's definitely not a necessity for you guys to click and stay. So we appreciate that. And let's keep that going. Bill, based off of what just happened, what could they do to let us know what's on their mind?
Listen, go down to the comment section and add your 2 cents. Let us know what we missed. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How did you feel about the battle?
And what's up with them? Let us know about how Bill tracks his scoring, because I feel like it should be an automatic draw when they freestyle it. He out here giving points for bars, which I think is unfair.
Hey,
so let us know how you grade. And let us know if you was lost, because some of these, I lost track of what rounds we were in.
Yes. Yeah.
So low key, our numbers may be off, but this is what we got.
Our numbers are good. So what I did, of course, I told you I had to go to like 3 or 4 different streaming platforms to get the, to find the playlist that people put together. And I said, I had to go and get the playlist off the title. And then I found online. This
is the most confusing it's gotten since.
Yeah, because you had people coming in and the freestyles, and it was so much. But man, again, like Barry said, the recap. I mean, the preview for this battle.
Yeah, it did good.
Man, y'all literally like showed out for us. About 2,700 views. Man, we are so appreciative of everything that you guys are doing. People are they started to follow us. They say they like the content. They're going back and rewatching things. Man, we are very, very appreciative for that.
And the cool part, Bill, I feel like me and you, we always connect with shows, movies, TV shows, movies, and music. And me and Bill are in a frat together. So Goma, and then we like, sometimes we feel like outcasts when we be talking about 90s music, because a lot of people in our frat don't rock with that. Like they'd be like, man, y'all just go over there with that. So the fact that when y'all add y'all 2 cents, it makes us feel part of a community where it's like y'all are different versions of us. Like y'all are the us's in y'all groups, to where y'all, it's nice to like fan out and talk about music with strangers. But so Appreciate that. So always let us know what you think. That's therapy for me. That's therapy for Bill. And hopefully you find comfort in that as well. So while they doing that, Bill, it's something else they could do.
Yeah, it's something else y'all need to do. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that when we upload content, you guys get it firsthand immediately. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share the channel. Tell your friends to tell another friend to tell another friend about this channel. Go
dry snitch. Be like, you won't believe what this dude said about KRS-One. You won't believe they said this is better than.
Man, listen, you won't believe who they had as the top soundtrack song of all time. Like, are you guys crazy? But man, just go back, watch some of our old stuff. I guarantee you will like it. Again, same thing. Comment, let us know. You know. But man, again, just appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I said it enough. I won't stop saying it. So thank you. Echo your sentiments, Bill. Other than that, man, that's all I gotta say. Peace.
Peace out.